Virginia Giuffre previously alleged she had sex with the Duke of York 3 times between 1999 and 2002 in London, New York, and on a private Caribbean island. Virginia Giuffre claimed that she was paid thousands of dollars by convicted sex offender Jeffery Epstein to have sex with Prince Andrew, according to court documents unsealed in New York City on Tuesday. Giuffre made the allegation during a videotaped January 2016 deposition in Florida court as part of a lawsuit against former Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. She spoke as a non-party in a lawsuit filed against Dershowitz, Epstein's former attorney, by her lawyers Bradley J. Edwards and Paul G. Cassell. In court documents obtained by People, Giuffre was asked if she was paid $10,000 to $15,000 by or on behalf of Jeffrey Epstein for having sex with Prince Andrew, in a time frame identified as 2011. Yes, I did receive $15,000. I don't know what equivalent that is to pounds. I received it in American dollars, she replied, referring to the difference in British and American currency. Giuffre was then asked if she paid taxes on the money, and she said no. Prince Andrew has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. Giuffre, now 40, has previously said her first experience with Prince Andrew took place at the London home of Ghislaine Maxwell when she was 17. Maxwell has denied the allegations and is currently serving a 20-year sentence in federal prison for her role in sex trafficking girls alongside Epstein. The disgraced financier died while awaiting trial on federal conspiracy and sex trafficking charges in 2019. Giuffre previously alleged she was forced to have sex with the Duke of York 3 times between 1999 and 2002 in London, New York, and on a private Caribbean island owned by Epstein. It was not clear which instance she referred to regarding the $15,000 payment. Elsewhere in the deposition, she talked about an undated visit to Club Tramp with Prince Andrew, where he ordered them clear drinks from the bar and said that her drink contained alcohol. The Telegraph identified the Hub as a members-only club in London. Giuffre's deposition is part of the final round of documents released relating to a defamation lawsuit she filed against Maxwell in 2015, which was settled in 2017, the Associated Press reported. The release of the documents, which began last week, was ordered on December 18, 2023, and did not contain the explosive revelations or new identities of abusers that some had predicted, the AP said. Prince Andrew stepped back from his royal role in 2019 following his bombshell interview with the BBC about his ties to convicted sex offender Epstein and was stripped of his military titles and patronages by his mother Queen Elizabeth in January 2022 after Giuffre filed a civil sexual assault lawsuit. He settled with Giuffre out of court for an undisclosed amount in February 2022. While calls for an investigation into King Charles's younger brother intensified after he was named in the court filings linked to Epstein unsealed last week, British police say there are no plans for a probe at this time. Last Friday, the Metropolitan Police said in a statement, "We are aware of the release of court documents in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. As with any matter, should new and relevant information be brought to our attention we will assess it." No investigation has been launched, according to Sky News. Prince Andrew, 63, previously admitted to knowing Epstein but has denied any wrongdoing. In 2019, the Duke of York sat for an interview with the BBC, where he also said he had no recollection of ever meeting Giuffre. When journalist Emily Maitlis raised the issue of a photo showing the royal with his arm around Giuffre's waist, he claimed, "I have absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken." Following the interview, which has inspired the upcoming Netflix film Scoop and Amazon limited series A Very Royal Scandal, per Variety, Prince Andrew announced his decision to step back from public duties. "It has become clear to me over the last few days that the circumstances relating to my former association with Jeffrey Epstein has become a major disruption to my family's work and the valuable work going on in the many organizations and charities that I am proud to support," he said in a statement at the time. "Therefore, I have asked Her Majesty if I may step back from public duties for the foreseeable future, and she has given her permission. I continue to unequivocally regret my ill-judged association with Jeffrey Epstein. His suicide has left many unanswered questions, particularly for his victims," and I deeply sympathize with everyone who has been affected and wants some form of closure. I can only hope that, in time, they will be able to rebuild their lives. Of course, I am willing to help any appropriate law enforcement agency with their investigations, if required. Prince Andrew retained his title as the Duke of York and place in the line of succession to the throne, which is currently 8th behind Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2 children. However, he no longer uses the style, His Royal Highness, in any official capacity. He recently stepped out for the royal family's annual Christmas Day church outing to St. Mary Magdalene near Sandringham House in Norfolk, where he asked a group of well-wishers why they were filming and said they should see what it's like on this side. The footage obtained by the Daily Mail captured the awkward conversation with Prince Andrew on camera.